Black is back, hello from the hole, drinking my coffee, coping, rabbit hole matrix, another long rant parents brought us into from one hole to the next. If you catch my drift, vagina to grave. Yeah, fuck it, I hate this place, this pisses me off. Everything just trying to dilute you and confuse you into thinking, oh, it's just, it's just, everything's just consciousness, man. It's just fucking each other. Like I always say, be a slave to a piece of paper. Hell realm. Yeah, suck it. I don't want to live in this stupid place anymore. You wake up and it's the same thing every day. The little voices in your head, the way you've been programmed your whole life, trying to convince you that you're a loser if you don't go and do stuff that you don't want to do. Every time forcing you into doing stuff. You care about something, you end up losing it anyway. Because either it's just circumstances or you get too serious about it or just always something. And then it's like, okay, now you got to go do something that you don't want to do, but you got to do it, and then you do it, and it's like, why aren't you happy with it? You pretend to be happy. It's like, oh, you're just faking it. Well, you're forcing me to do it. You brought me here. I don't want to ask for any of this. And then you don't do it, and you get in trouble. So you can't win whatever you do. It's like you want to be happy, and you can't be happy because of crap, and then you are happy, and then you can't have it, and then you're not happy, and then you got to force, and they know that you're faking, they throw that in your face. Whatever you do, you get fucked. I'm sick and tired living in this stupid world. It just goes on and on forever. It's too much, but you got to be strong and deal with it. Fuck that. I don't care about this stuff. I've gotten to the point to where I'm doing something I don't like, and I just say fuck it and walk away. Just forgive them the finger. These people want to just hold everything against you the rest of your life. They want to try to mold you into this slave so you'll never think. If you ever step outside of that, it follows you forever. It's like, oh, you can't be a slave. Oh, we just go ahead and die. We don't care. Well, all the while they could easily help, and they don't. It's like, oh, they know what they're doing even. And they want us to be stupid. They want us to be dumbed down to where we don't think for ourselves. Anytime we ever try to speak out on how things really are, then it's like, oh, there's something wrong with us. We need help. Of course we need help, damn it. Why won't you give us the help? Oh my God. Fucking hate this world, guys. I mean, I wish I didn't have to hate this world. I don't want anything to do with the world. I want to ignore it and act like everything's great and peachy king. Because I don't have to act like I want to actually live in a friendly, hospitable, thriving world, but I don't. I live in a world where everybody has to kiss ass just to live and then pretend to be happy if they even have, they gotta go to bed, wake up and do it again. Fuck this world. And our parents bring us here. It's like, oh, well, that's just it. And we love you. No, you don't. See, that you're no different than everybody else. All this family crap. Pardon me for anybody out there that has a family that really does love them and take care of them and see things for what they are. I mean, you still shouldn't bring kids here. But all this blood-related crap, I mean, it's just, this world tries to put everything over your eyes to where you don't see what's really there. They're just trying to make you think that life's worth living, so you'll just keep being a slave. And then the moment you start to see it, it's like, wait a minute, I don't feel good. This is weird. Why do I got all these thoughts in my head? I mean, you know what I mean, guys? When we're little kids, we kind of sense this too, and they're trying to dumb us down in that little classroom when we could be learning in more hands-on, real-life things that we'll be needing. But they're always trying to push us into all this stuff that doesn't matter. And then we get out of school, it's like, what do we do now? Oh, you should have studied. Well, I got to do all this, pass all these classes and make all these fucking grades. I don't have time to really think about what I really want. I'd rather be out in the sun playing in the sprinkler or something. Like, why has it got to be summer to do that stuff? Well, because it's hot. Well, then play video games or just anything. And that's how it is. You be an adult, it's like you just got to be a slave your whole life. And it's like the parent knows this, but, I just want a baby and I want to have a cute kid and then kick him out. Narcissist motherfuckers, these stupid liberals that limit and everything with the guidelines. Even YouTube is getting that way. Everything is just, robots are literally going to take over the world. Not that they don't want us to be robots, and now we can't even be slaves anymore. How are we supposed to live and make this piece of paper that we created? It's, we could easily, it's all an illusion. It's all made up. Now let's talk about, the economy and stuff. Economy is an illusion. It's a demon illusion that man created. And you got to go to, even though you got all this experience, you got to go to tech school anyway, because no one's taking anybody or worrying about inflation and everything, and people living with their parents wanting their kids out, and no one will take them for anything, and it's crappy work that doesn't pay good enough, and then somehow that's the kid's fault for not wanting to deal with it. Oh my God, fuck, it's just, and then, just anytime you have something that makes you happy, you usually end up losing it. You grab it, but you can't grab it too tight, right? Or it'll slip through your fingers like little putty. You think everything is going well, and everything goes to crap. Anybody who's fortunate enough to actually have a life that is working for them, then good for them. But most people, it's going to be just a constant struggle to keep your head above water. And it shouldn't be like that. I mean, it's just all this talk about, that's life, that's the way it is, that's just how it works now. We make it that we could easily help each other, but we don't. The human ego is out of control. Animals eat each other. It's fucking breeding. Death, you're breeding everybody just to be killed off by the system, ever so gradually. You got the knowledge that you're gonna die and leave this plane of existence. Go back to wherever you came from. Nobody's better than this. If we came from, we got to come from something. From nothing can come the greatest something. Yeah, well, where the hell is nothing at? How could nothing even be created? It doesn't make sense. Everything has to come from something. And that something is consciousness. And we're just creating a malicious world with that free will consciousness and creating cause and effect. It's not this, that cause and effect wouldn't exist without consciousness. Some people think that the cause and effect is what does everything. And it's actually the consciousness that does everything, but there wouldn't be no cause and effect. But everybody's always trying to piece everything together and just trying to keep moving forward with a level head, and it's just everything shouldn't be so confusing to where you can't help but feel miserable. And then you got all these jackasses standing around, and it's like, why are you acting like that? Because I'm so fucking tired. I've been busting my ass all day doing something I hate, and I want to be left alone, damn it. Because, you put me in this world. I'm talking about parents specifically, and I don't want to talk to you. I have nothing to say to you. I just want to go to bed. Oh, yeah, well, tell me about your day. Yeah, I worked. I was a slave. Your little cute kid is all grown up and having to fend for himself now. I shouldn't even be living here. Why am I not living in my own place? Your parents, why don't you call us? When you're living on your own, if you can even afford it. Oh, yeah, I'm great. Whatever. I'll come over and see you for a few while, and then I'd like to get back to pretending like life is beautiful, because it is coping. It's pretending. People have always been this way. People have always been slaves. People are always fucking with each other and making each other feel lower than dirt because of their skin color, their race, or what part of the world, or what they eat, or whatever. It's so stupid. Why can't we just get along? And all this talk about us being the problem. We don't want anything to do with this stupid world. What is it? We're neurodivergent. We're not neurotypical, which is a normal thinker. We try to move outside of that. Oh my God, fuck. It's just, I never thought in my life that after all this time that I'd still be going through all this crap, that things still wouldn't be working in my favor. And when they do, I'm always struggling to keep it. It's not always about attaining, but it's about maintaining. Once you have it, then you got to keep a hold of it. And once you lose it, people are going to be like, oh, why'd you lose this? And I'd be like, well, I cared too much about it. I got too stressed out. Or because there's too much work and I couldn't handle all the overtime or whatever. There's always some reason. You got to be on your guard all the time, and even then, things still happen. You care about things, you do well, you do a good job, and you still get fucked with layoffs, or it could be anything. And I'm just sick of it. I'm tired of always having to feel like, I got to earn my keep, and that I got to be a good person, while everybody around me just gets away with all kinds of things, and everything just seems to fall in their lap. And I can barely even manage to even get myself a damn, can of beer, glass of wine when I want. I got to wait for my parents to go to the store for days on end. They know that I want to have that stuff, and it's like, oh, they go to the store when they're ready. You know, I don't want you drinking, right? I can't go out and get my own stuff. I can't even get gas. I try to conserve the gas for like over a month so that you won't bitch at me about, oh, the gas tank. I mean, I don't go anywhere unless I have to go anywhere. When I'm living by myself, I don't have to deal with all this stuff. I just go, whatever. I like to take walks, to go to the park, and most of the time I'm on here listening to videos and making my own videos. But there's one thing I hate, and that's waiting by the phone for people that never call and going to a job every day to a job that I fucking don't want to do. And it shouldn't be like that for anybody, but we live in a world that's based off the notion that you gotta bust your ass, otherwise you're not worthy of existing. We don't even remember even asking to be born. I mean, if we are spiritually bored, then we're dimwits. Because, why would anybody look at this life? We are, from a spiritual perspective and want to come here, we're forced here, man. We are literally forced in this world. A man and woman have sex, and we are forced here. That's why babies cry when they're born. Because they're having the vision of like, oh my God, now I got my whole stupid life ahead of me. And I just, the baby kicking, I don't know if that's the spirit coming in and out. Because, if we're spiritual beings, then, how can the spirit fully be incarnated? I don't know. I guess once it becomes an embryo or fetus, the spirit starts to take effect. But we wouldn't exist if we weren't something conscious, spiritual essence about us. When people die, like the body, weighs a little bit less or whatever, a couple of ounces or whatever the hell it is, what they say it is. So we're spiritual beings. There is something beyond this world, and this is a hell place. This is an unfriendly, vicious, mean, cruel, unforgiving realm that we're in, where people just end up having to suffer for no other reason other than somebody else's ignorance or somebody else's stubbornness to just be a helpful individual. Because we're all individuals, whether we want to face it or not. We're, what does it say? A person is smart, but people are crazy. God is good, beer is good, people are crazy, whatever. Because they are. Because it's just, you start to realize how simple life can be. And all this, everything is based off of papers and having to do paperwork in order to make paper, if you know what I mean. Fill out papers to show your, that your employment or your identity or whatever that someone might even steal easily in this world with all the internet and everything in order to make the paper money, right? The dollar. Oh, God, I hate that word. I just say paper because fuck money. Money shouldn't exist anyway. Because we could easily help each other. But people, like I say, like all these guys on here say, the people's just egos out of control. People take pleasure and profit off of, which is all an illusion anyway, off of other people's suffering. Yes, even children, people killing the children. All this talk about helping people out. If you don't have insurance, hospital won't help you. The police are going after all the people that are just trying to, maybe doing small things here and there who are just trying to have a little fun, while all the real criminals get away with stuff. I can't think of anything good about this world other than just doing everything that you can to ignore it. That's the decision to not have a child is the best way to say fuck this world and just to ignore it and say, what, this world is stupid. Turn your back on it and just do things that are meaningful to you. Because if you're gonna focus on this world, it's just gonna make you a fucking angry little bitch. It's gonna piss you. It's just gonna make you want to kill someone. Which I don't recommend. Maybe even yourself. Don't do that. I want to kill myself all the time, but I'm here. Here I am. I'm here's an example. Until some idiot blows my brains out, heaven forbid, God forbid, or whatever. Of course, God, I just believe that to be source of consciousness. And we're all using our free will to create, which is the same thing as consciousness, to create a malicious world. And if this isn't true, then why are we here and how do we exist? Are you aware that you're listening to this video? Well, then you're conscious. Where does that consciousness come from? Well, I guess we're not meant to know that. But at the same time, you got to realize that, without consciousness, there wouldn't be no experience. There wouldn't be no anything. If you're aware that you exist, then you do exist. When we go to sleep at night, where do we go? Obviously, we're not in this. We're in the world, but we're not of the world. We're never really of this world. We're visitors, we're aliens. The real aliens would be laughing at us. They can see how dumb we are and how we're just, consuming ourselves with our differences and yada yada. And they don't want to have anything to do with us. Well, I don't want to have anything to do with us, so I know they don't. And I'm an alien, we're all aliens. You listening to this is an alien. Anything that's in a body is an alien. And eventually we're going to break free of these meat suit rag dolls of existence and this organism or whatever, and go into just spirit or soul or whatever, which is consciousness. That's what, we create and do whatever we want, but as long as we're here, all we can do is express ourselves. We can't actually be what we want. All we can do is just imagine it. What I've heard it said, I imagination, we're a nation of magicians, a link between your physical self and all this higher stuff. A lot of people say, oh, black hole, what the hell are you talking about? And I understand that. I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. I'm just trying to give some motivation in your miserable lives and in my miserable life, because I don't see how the hell this world is ever going to change until we make it change, or until we change our way of thinking. And then our feelings will change and everything else will change. But until that happens, we're going to keep tripping over each other and fucking with each other. Nothing's ever going to fucking change until we make the intent to change, because intent drives consciousness. We're creating a crappy world of hate and misery because people just like to hate and they want to make people miserable. They don't want to be helpful. They want to walk around with a chip on their shoulder and act like they're all happy, but in reality they're wanting to blow somebody's brains out, jump off a cliff or whatever, electrocute themselves. So they do this crap in order to, help with those things. And it gives them pleasure. Like, oh, look at all the crap I caused this person. Haha, now I feel all in tune with myself. I feel better now that I made this person miserable. I don't have to be jealous anymore. It's like, you'd be amazed the kind of crap that goes on. Any kind of crap you can imagine happens in this world. Just twisted fucking dumbass existence, and I hate my parents for bringing me here. I hate my life, and I hate the world the way it is, which could change, and it's just, I'm never bringing kids in this world, and fuck, yeah. Okay, so that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hang in there, guys, like I always tell you. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys again when the time is right. This is Black Hole, Handle What Up, and that's just fucking crazy world out there, guys. Peace. Bye-bye for now. Over and out. Don't let the fucking ants fucking bite you to death. I don't know what the hell to say. Fuck it, guys. Fuck the system. See you guys later.